So you are on organic chemistry, a very important topic, in chemistry papers, both papers, paper 1, 2, and 3. So I say that organic chemistry is divided into three. That is, number one is naming. Talking about naming. How do you name it? Number two is the preparation and physical properties. And number three is chemical properties. So today we are not looking about chemical properties. We are looking about these two, naming. So because in organic chemistry, we follow when we name, we follow a specific rules, and that rules taken from something known as nomenclature. Nomenclature is just a systematic naming of organic compound as recommended by IUPAC. And IUPAC means International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So rules zinakuanga mingi, but huwa mimi nafunza tu only 4 because vitu zingine haina muhimu sana. So number one ni you select the longest carbon chain. So number one is identify the longest carbon chain. I will write for you here. Identify the longest carbon chain. Identify the longest carbon chain. Longest carbon chain. So I think you write as I also say it. So identify the longest carbon chain. After identify the longest carbon chain, number two, what will you do? Number two, identify the branch. Identify the branch. Hii rule hakuna siku utaulizwa kwa mtihani, lakini just tu ile in case uambie uname unafuata tu. So identify the branch and start counting where the branch is closer and start counting where the branch is closer and start counting where the branch is closer. Counting where the branch is closer. That's number two. Number three, if there's many branches, or if there's more than one branch, name them alphabetically. More than one branch, name them alphabetically. Inamaanisha nini? Inamaanisha for example kama uko na branch ya alphabetically, kama uko na branch ya bromine, chlorine and tuseme iodine, gani inakuja first according to ABCD? According to alphabet ni B inakuja first, bromine, followed by chlorine, that is a C, followed by iodine. So that's how I mean alphabetically. Name them alphabetically. Number three, that's number three. Between two number, separate a comma. Separate with comma between two number. Separate a comma. I hope you are writing, you're taking note. Between two number, two number, between two number, use a comma, use comma, use comma, use comma, use comma, and between a number and a word, use comma, and between a number and a word, between a number and a word, number, between number and a word, number and a word, number, and between one number and a word, use hyphen, use hyphen, use hyphen. So what do I mean? For example, if I want to write 2,2-dimethyl, for example, if I want to write 2, 2, so since number mbili zinafuatana, I use comma, I use comma. Then dimethyl, 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 dimethyl. So this is a word, dimethyl is a word. So between a number and a word, I use hyphen. Between two numbers, I use comma. Very important. But if you don't use, it is penalized in exam. You penalize it in exam. That's number one. Number three, that's the NB number one. NB number one. NB number two is, so that's NB number one. NB number one says that between two numbers, use comma. Between a number and a word, use hyphen. For example, that's 2,2-dimethyl. 2, 2 is a number. Between them, you use comma. And between a number and a word, use hyphen. That's NB number one. NB number two says use dime for two. Use die for two. Die. For example, sometimes you may have two branches that are the same. For example, unaweza chlorine mbili, you can get two chlorines in the same compound, or you can get two methyl in the same compound, two bromine in the same compound. So if you have two, use die. So use two for die. Use two for die. Use die for two. I mean, use die for two. Also, use try for three. Try for three. Try for three. Try three. Then tetra for four. Use tetra for four. Tetra for four. So if you have four, you say tetra. Tetra for four. Tetra for four. Tetra for four. So that's a NB number three. NB number two, I mean. So NB number two says that if you have two in the same compound, if you have two the same element that are more than two, same, if you come up on mbili, you use two for die, use die for two, use try for three, use tetra for four. Rule number three says in alkanes, give interest the branch. Give interest branch. So we give interest branch. For example, interest branch. So when you're in alkane, we give the interest branch. We give the interest branch. Or we prioritize the branch in alkanes. For example, if we have this branch, look at this example. Ama tutumie tu hii example. So ya kwanza nasema nini? Identify the longest common chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 inaitwanga nini? 4 inaitwa but. 4 inaitwa nini? But. So you just write but first of all. After that, unaangalia kama iko na single bond. Kama kitu yote ya single bond tunasema aje? Ni alkane, tunaweka anne. Tunaweka nini? Anne. The second rule ilikuwa nini? Identify the branch. So branch iko hapa. This is a branch. Hizi zote ni H, lakini branch iko hapa. And in organic one, we have only two branch. We can get branch from alkyl group we can get branch from alkyl group, or we can get branch from the halogens. Halogens is like bromine, fluorine, iodine, all of that. We can get that branch from that. Or alkyl group. Alkyl group ni either methyl, ethyl, uh, mostly tunatupatana tu methyl na ethyl. Lakini you can get all any other thing. So identify the longest carbon chain. I identify that's a butane. Secondly, identify the branch. So this is branch. So meaning that in organic, I can count from this side. I can count from this side. And I can count from this side. So count hii side itakuwa 1 2 3 iko it is the branch, it is carbon number 3. So iko carbon number 3 nikaanza from this side. And if I count from the other side, the left side, it will be 1 2, your carbon number 2. So always we take the one that is so near, and that is only applies for alkanes. Only applies for alkanes. Why does it apply for alkanes? Because in alkanes we give interest the branch. So huju kwa hasa our place in alkanes we say that in alkanes give interest the branch in alkanes. In alkenes we give interest double bond. In alkenes when we are alkenes we give interest the double bond. Double bond yani inamaanisha ile mahali this double bond inakaribia ndo tunaanza. So for example, if hapa saizi kama tungekuwa na kitu kama hii, kama ningekuwa na kitu kama hii, for example this is a C, then double bond C, then tuseme I have, for example, I have H, this is a H. Also I have here H. I have H here. I have H here also. I have H here. Also I have H here. H. Also H here. H here. Also H here. So to make, let us make one of the branch CH3. So first of all, I identify the longest carbon chain. So I say carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3, carbon number 4, carbon number 5. So itakuwa carbon number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. So I name it. Number 5 is pent. I say pent. I will say pent. After saying pent, then najiuliza the alkene double bond iko na mangapi? Sasa siangalia branch, naangalia tu double bond iko na mangapi. Tunasema nikaanza hii side double bond iko carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3. So iko carbon number 3, nikaanza hii side. Na nikaanza hii side iko carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 2. So gani inakaribia? Number 2 ndio inakaribia. So unaanza hii side. So it will be pent 2 in. It will be pent 2 in because this is alkene. So I say that in alkenes we give the interest double bond. So that's how I mean. So of that sasa the moment nimeanza hii side sasa naendelea hii side sasa. Siwezi anza mara moja hii side na siwezi anza mara moja hii side. So as long as nimeanza the side double bond na karibia, as long as I started where the double bond is so near, I will stick to that route. So it will be pent 2 in, then I will look the branch. So itakuwa 1 2 3 4. So it will be 4 methyl. And I am using the hyphen. Look at this hyphen between a number and a word. Number word. So it will 4 methyl pent 2 in. 4 methyl pent 2 in. So I say that in alkene we give the interest double bond. In alkynes, I give the interest triple bond. Alkyne, I give the interest triple bond. And that's all about the rules. Rules zote ni hiyo tu. So nikirudia, that is between from NB. Between two numbers, use comma. Between a number and a word, use hyphen. So use die for use two for die for two. Use try for three. Tetra for tetra for four. Tetra for four. Also tetra for four. Also, I say that uh, yeah. Also, I say that in alkanes we give interest the branch. Then and if the branch are many, we name them alphabetically. In alkenes, we give the interest double bond. Now, I'm example. And alkynes, we give the triple bond. The same tune apply to the same role. So that's all about naming. Let's do this. So let me, if I want to name this, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will be paint. Then I will look the branch. Not the branch. I will look the bond. These all of them, they are single bond. If they are single bond, I will say pentane. I will add ane, because I said that in alkane we add the prefix ane. Alkene in, alkyne ein. No, we add. So I say that it will be pentane. So there's no any other branch. Come here. Identify the longest carbon chain. It will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be butane. It will be butane. It will be butane. After that, it will be butane. After that, I identify the branch. Branch will be the branch is here. Branch is here. So, and in exam, ukiwambia write the structural formula. Write the structural formula. Sometimes in exam, I say that in our previous class, we have only three things in organic compound. We have three formulas. I mean, that's the molecular formula. Molecular formula is when we are using the formula CnH2n plus 1 plus 2. I mean, for alkanes, CnH2n plus for alkenes, and CnH2n minus 2 for alkynes. That's the molecular formula. There's also structural formula. Structural formula is look like this. This is known as structural formula. Now in example kuambia structural formula, hata hii unafaa ufanye structure. Kuna wengine wanaandika hapa CH3, and the moment you write CH3 here, you will fail terribly. You will fail terribly. So it must be structure like this. So that's our number 2 structural formula. Number 3 is condensed formula. Condensed formula is whatever that is contained here in unaandika. I say that whatever that will be asked in unaandika in condensed form. So in condensed form inamaanisha ni, for example, this C ina contain how many H? H3. Itakuwa 1, 2, 3. Itakuwa CH3. It will be CH3. Then the second C, it will be how many H? Iko na H2. Iko na CH2. The third C iko na ngapi? Iko na CH2. The fourth one also it has CH2. Also the fifth one iko na CH3. And this is known as structural formula. So that's known as structural formula. So let's go to preparation. So I usually combine with preparation. The preparation of alkanes. When I'm talking of preparation of alkanes we prepare using sodium alkanoate plus soda lime. We use sodium alkanoate plus soda lime. So sodium alkanoate inaandikwa CnH2n plus 1 kuna, and soda lime is sodium hydroxide. After that, you will get alkenes. Plus sodium carbonate. So this sodium carbonate. So the rules for this preparation ni, number 1, na hii alkenes ndo nasumbana preparation yake. Number 1 is sodium carbonate will be forever constant, no matter the kind of alkane that you are preparing. Rule number 1: no matter the kind of alkane that you are preparing, sodium carbonate will be constant. For example, if I am preparing methane, I will take whatever that I will be taking. So I will get methane plus sodium carbonate. If I am preparing ethane, I will get ethane plus sodium carbonate. So this alkane, the kind of alkane that I will be getting, it depends on the formula that I will be using here nitakwambia, lakini this sodium carbonate will be constant. That's kitu ya kwanza ambayo unafaa ujue. Kitu ya pili ambayo unafaa ujue is this formula CnH2n plus 1 kuna, you have to follow it. So I say that if you want to prepare methane, you will take the one that follows. For example, if I want to prepare methane, I will take sodium ethanoate. I will take sodium ethanoate. If I want to prepare ethane, I will take ile iko nyuma yake. Ni gani? Propane, sivyo? So I will take sodium propanoate. If I want to prepare propane, I will take sodium butanoate. Ile iko nyuma yake. If I want to prepare butane, I will take sodium pentanoate. Pentane ile iko nyuma yake. If I want to prepare pentane, I will take sodium hexanoate. If I want to prepare heptane, I will take sodium octanoate. If I want to prepare octane, I will take sodium nonanoate. And if I want to prepare nonane, I will take sodium decanoate. Sodium decanoate. So I think you understood. So always unachukua tu ile iko nyuma yake. So if I want to prepare methane, I will take sodium ethanoate. That's number one. Number two is this C. That's the second rule ambayo unafaa ujue. The first rule I said sodium carbonate itakuwa constant. The second rule I said you will take always ile element ile compound iko nyuma yake. So if I want to prepare methane, I will take sodium ethanoate. If I want to prepare ethane, I will take sodium propanoate. That's the second rule. The third rule, the C ambayo utateka hapa, the N ambayo utaweka hapa, it will be whatever that you have taken minus 1. It will be whatever you have taken minus 1. Whatever you have taken minus 1. Minus 1 kiaje? What do I mean minus 1? For example, let us prepare ethane. Let us prepare methane. Nianze na methane. So nimekwambia when you prepare methane, you take sodium. I take sodium ethanoate. Sodium ethanoate. So I said sodium, that's a C. Naandika CnH2n plus 1 sio? I will take C. So I will take sodium ethanoate. Na ethane iko na carbon mbili, si hivyo? Lakini I will say minus 1. Nitakwambia bwana anasema minus 1. So itakuwa Cn. So C times, so N itakuwa 1 2 itakuwa N. So H3 2 times 1 itakuwa 2 plus 1 itakuwa H3 kuna. So why do I subtracting 1? Why do I subtracting 1? I subtract 1 because already 1C has been taken by kuna. Already 1C has been taken by kuna. Already C moja imechukuliwa na kuna. That's why I minus or I subtract. That's the reason that I am subtracting. So kama ni ethane, unajua ningefanya andika C2 sio? Sitaandika C2. Naandika C1 kwa sababu gani? Because already 1C has been taken by kuna. So let's come here. So these are sodium ethanoate naandikwa hivi. So itakuwa CH3. Itakuwa tu C moja hapa na C nyingine hapa inachukuliwa na kuna. Plus sodium hydroxide itakuwa ethane plus sodium carbonate. If I want to prepare ethane, I will take sodium propanoate. So sodium propanoate, since the formula is CnH2n plus 1 kuna. So propan ni isiniwe iko na carbon 3, lakini I will say minus 1. So itakuwa 2. So it will be C2H 2 times 2 itakuwa 4 plus 1 itakuwa 5 H5 kuna. Mbona nasema minus 1? Kwa sababu already 1C already has been taken by imechukuliwa na hii kuna. 1C imechukuliwa na kuna. So itakuwa sasa nini? Sodium propanoate plus sodium hydroxide. Hii inaita structural, inaita condensed formula. Hata ina maana unaweza andika hivi. Still you will get a mark. So itakuwa sodium propanoate plus sodium hydroxide itanipatia nini? Itanipatia ethane plus sodium carbonate. And that's how we prepare alkane. So that's how so preparation, these are, so this sodium ethanoate plus soda lime, So kama ni ethanoate hapa imetumika, hapa itakuwa ni methane. Kama hapa ni propanoate hapa itakuwa hapa itakuwa ethane, itakuwa ethane. So that's all about. So nikiangalia physical properties ya alkane, physical properties you only expect one question. You only expect one question. Two question. You only expect two question. The first question is they compare it within they compare the melting point and the boiling point. Sometimes there is a kuambia explain why propane has higher melting and a boiling point than methane or any other ambayo iko chini yake. So unasema aje? Unasema ama nakwambia compare the melting point. So compare the melting point, unasema aje? Propane has higher melting and a boiling point than methane because of the increase of van der Waals, because increase of number of van der Waals. Ama unasema nini? Because propane has more number of intermolecular forces or van der Waals forces than methane. That's the first question ambayo you are expecting. The second question nitakwambia as we go. That's all about the alkanes. That's all about the alkanes. Is there any question for alkanes? Kuna swali yote? Naona kuna Mulki peke yake kwa class. Mulki, where is the others? Kuna swali? So that's all about the alkanes. Ikienda kwa alkenes, uses of alkane, hiyo nitapitia kesho, physical property, chemical properties. So uses of alkenes. Alkenes we prepare also using dehydration of alkanols. Dehydration inamaanisha nini? Dehydration ni kutoa maji, and one of the thing ambayo tunatoanga maji most commonly in laboratory in chemistry is sulfuric acid. So we use alkanols, and that alkanols ndio tunatoa maji. Tukitoa maji sasa inatupatia nini? Inatupatia the corresponding alkenes. Alkenes. What do I mean? Tukinyonya maji ya ethanol itatupatia 18. Tukinyonya maji ya propanol itatupatia propene. Tukitoa maji kutoka butanol itatupatia butene. Tukitoa pentanol itatupatia nini? Pentene. And that is inatupatia nini? The corresponding alkene. Sasa hapa wanakuuliza nini? The condition is dehydration. Also watakuuliza nini? The condition unaweza kuuliza nini? Sometimes the condition unaweza kuuliza the temperature. So temperature is 160 to 180. Reagent is sulfuric acid. Very common question. Very common question. Condition is dehydration. The temperature is 160 to 180. Reagent is concentrated sulfuric acid. So for example, this is the ethanol. So for example, at your age size you are from 3. Most wanapatianga ethanol. Na ethanol tumepitia kama inaandikwa aje? Inaandikwa C2H5OH. C2H5OH. I think by now unajua because tumepitia kwa covalent compound from 2OH. So this ethanol tuna dehydrate using sulfuric acid, tunaweka hapo juu, then temperature itakuwa nini? 160 to 180. Itakuwa 160 to 180 ama range between that. Unaweza sema 160, unaweza sema 180, unaweza sema 170, you will get still mark. Then itakupatia nini? Itakupatia 18. C2H4 plus water. So very important. So in place of this of sulfuric acid, let's say sulfuric acid tunatumia nini? Tunatumia aluminium oxide. Na hii aluminium oxide bona iko na faida gani? It acts both dehydrating agent as well as catalyst. And that's all about for preparation of. So sometimes hapa wanatumia nini? Wanatumia hapa wanaweka sand ama broken porcelain pot. So hapa ni sulfuric acid umeweka, hapa ni ethanol umeweka. So kama hapa ni ethanol imetumika, hapa itakuwa nini? Itakuwa 18. Kama hapa ni propanol, hapa itakuwa ngapi? Propene. Kama ni butanol itakuwa the product itakuwa pentene. Hexanol, hexene, hivyo. So hapa wanatumia sometimes broken porcelain pot or sand. Kwa sababu gani? Number 1, inafanya kazi mbili. To prevent pumping which may break the flask. Also is to ensure uniform or smooth boiling point. So inafanya hiyo kazi mbili. Physical properties ni ile tu maswali tuna expect. Number 1 ni they compare the physical properties of propene and ethane. Any of them. Ya kwanza. Ya pili ambayo nilikuwa nitakwambia ni sometimes wanakuambia explain why or compare the physical properties compare the melting point and boiling point of propene and propane, or ethene and ethane. So they are comparing ethene, that's alkene, and ethane, which is alkane. So they prepare ethene and they compare ethene and ethane. So that's alkene and alkane wanna compare. So when they are comparing alkene and alkanes, or alkynes and alkenes, you say that that's the increase of the double bond, because alkanes ukiangalia iko na single bond, lakini alkenes iko na double bond. So this double bond is a covalent bond, na hii covalent bond inapatia nini? Inapatia alkene energy, inapatia nini? Energy. So unasemaje? Wakikwambia compare the physical the boiling point of propene and propane, you say that propene has higher boiling point than propane because of the double covalent bonding, which is stronger than single covalent bond. So that's all about the preparation of alkenes. So tukienda kwa alkynes inakuanga rahisi sana. Alkynes, we only prepare one thing. Alkynes in exam, you only prepare one thing, and that is ethyne. And ethyne you prepare using calcium carbide and water. Just add calcium carbide and water. So you just add calcium carbide and water, and you get calcium hydroxide and ethyne. So kwa mtihani hakuna kitu kingine utaipata kwa alkyne. They will always prepare to ethyne. They will always prepare to ethyne. And the preparation of ethyne itakuwa nini? Calcium carbide plus water. So physical properties ni ile tu they may compare it, or they may compare between alkyne to alkene, or alkyne to alkane. So after that, if they compare within the same organic chemistry one, angalianga tu bond peke yake, bond. So the single bond, the double bond and the triple bond. So tunasema the triple bond iko na higher melting point followed by the double bond, hii inakuwa ya mwisho. So and that's all about the physical properties. So next night our next lesson we shall be looking chemical properties and practical parts. So if you have any question, feel free to